Indeed and in fact, none of us are perfect as a matter of fact. But in the midst of our imperfections, we should at least strive to be genuine. What does that look like? Let's talk about what it means to be a genuine gentleman, how to be authentic and optimistic. Y'all know I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's going on, family? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you're doing well. Well, family, come on, hit the thumbs up button on this video. Like this video. While you're doing that, come on, drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. Let's light it up. Come on, let's illuminate this. We're going to have a very lit conversation. Too lit to quit. Let's make it all the way lit. Drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. Let's light it up. We are the light of the world. As you're doing that, make sure that you drop, some light bulb emojis in the chat, but also hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button on this channel. I don't want you to be a ghost follower. Hit the subscribe button on this channel. Family, are you ready? Nothing can stop us. We all the way up. Let's go. We're talking today about genuine gentlemen. That's the title of it. Genuine gentlemen, how to be authentic and optimistic. I realize this. It's a whole lot about style and swag than it is about substance. Yeah, looking the part, but not actually putting in the work to be the part. And so here's what you do. You just depart from who it is that you are, what it is that God called you to do. You know what being genuine is all about? It's really about your authenticity. You can never really truly be genuine without tapping into your real identity. Because here's the thing. When you're trying to be something that you're not, when you're trying to be someone who you're not, you're never really genuine. You never are. You're generic, but you're not genuine. Oh, come on, family, type that. Type genuine. You're either generic or you're genuine. You know what being genuine is all about? Despite your quirks and your irks and your idiosyncratic behavior and habitual aspects to your personality that is so unique to you, when you're willing to be courageously you and be bold enough to be you, you're a bad man. You're a bad woman. You're a genuine man. You're a genuine woman. You're a genuine gentleman. None of us are perfect. But even in the midst of our imperfection, can you still be genuine? Can you love genuinely? Can you express yourself in an emotionally intelligent way? Genuinely, by the way. Because here's the thing. To only possess style and sensuality, it precludes you from walking in true manhood and masculinity. Growth that only happens physically, but lacks emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, is categorically immaturity. Are you hearing me? Are you following me? And this is what we must do. Because in that aspect of the manhood and the masculinity and the growth that is going to take to really be a genuine gentleman, we got to conquer our perplexing proclivities. That's what we got to do. We have to conquer all of the habits that keep us hobbling. Right. Doesn't improve us. It reduces us. Doesn't increase us. It decreases us. Why? Because this is a channel for change. This is a channel that creates change. This is our channel that breaks chains. And oftentimes when you think about this, we got to realize this. Our boys will never develop into the men. Our boys will never develop into men until we free them from a grown boy mentality. What does that mean we have to do? We have to teach them how to be gentlemen. Being a gentleman means I'm also able to be emotionally intelligent. Being a gentleman means I have relational intelligence. Being a gentleman means that I have diligence to my purpose and my plan. I'm a man with an action plan. I'm a man with a vision. We got to teach our boys what it means to deal with anger rationally. We know how to deal with it irrationally. Yeah, you know how to go from 0 to 100 real quick. And you find yourself in some real mess because nobody really taught you how to manage your emotions. They only showed you how to be emotionless. I need you to hear me. To be a full-grown man, to be a fully grown man, is to shift from the shadows of boyhood into the sunlit path as a gentleman. How do I do that? I do that through brotherhood. I do that through the rites of passage of brotherhood and manhood. Because here are the qualities of a gentleman. A gentleman respects himself first before he's able to ever expect respect from somebody else, much less now engender that respect in his connection and his relationship with others. Gentleman respects his lady. Gentleman manages his time wisely. A gentleman manifests his destiny. So what does he do? He provides for his family. He protects his community. And the true test of what it means to be a man is found in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11. True test. When I was a child, I spake as a child, understood as a child, thought as a child. Isn't it interesting? When I was a child, I spake as a child. My words were childish. The thoughts that I had were childlike. My understanding was on the level of a child. But when I became a man, I had to shed that skin. I had to shed and get out of the particular cocoon as a caterpillar. And more than a caterpillar. We ain't just trying to be a butterfly, trying to be an eagle who soars on high. Family, just type eagle. Type eagle. And if you're going to be an eagle, you have to let go of the ego. You see, I have on my apparel. Yeah, I got on my eagle apparel. Family, this is just a clear indication that you need to be making sure that you are registered to join us. Go right now. Become a part of our Eagles community. It's where I'm empowering you to soar into greater success and purpose. You know there's something that's calling you, that you know there's something that you have, that is an anointing, that is a calling, that is a purpose, that is on your life. The marketplace is calling you to master it. Let me show you how to do that. Been able to navigate a number of different lanes and do marketplace ministry, affect various mediums. Let me show you how to do that. Step into our Eagles community. Go right now, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. Come on, Eagles. Drop some Eagle emojis in the chat. What does Eagles mean? Empowered, authentically gifted leaders envisioning success. That's my acronym, nothing less. More than a community, this is your launching pad to go higher, to go where you've never gone before, and to do what you've never done before. It's happening in our Eagles community. Go there right now, theeaglesacademy.com. I also love seeing all of our amazing members in the chat. And I love the badges that you bring when you show up with you. Yeah, if you haven't got a membership, go get one. Link is in the chat. Conversations like this one here is why you need to join the channel. Get a membership badge. We got certain levels. It's levels of this: VIP, royalty, OQP. Go ahead and get one now. Tap the join button on the channel. I want you to consider with me. Family, just type become. Type become. Type become. I want you to consider with me this question. What are you willing to put away in order to become? What are you willing to leave behind in order to move ahead? Woo! Come on. Question. Hard questions that need answers. What are you willing to put away in order to become? What are you willing to leave behind in order to move ahead? What will you give up in order to discover and gain true growth? This is the true litmus test of manhood. This is the true litmus test of what it means to be a genuine gentleman. And here's the thing. Many of us are not optimistic. Talk about being authentic and optimistic. Here's what it is. We're pessimistic. We think the worst of ourselves all the time. We think the worst and we rehearse that. We think life is just going to continue to be the same way that it has always been. We get down on ourselves when we don't reach the goal as quickly as we wanted to, or as we desire to. We get down on ourselves when life doesn't go the way that we thought and in the way that we intended it to move. But here's what I realized. When God isn't working on things for you, he's working on you for what he has for you. Did you hear what I just said? When God isn't working on things for you, he's working on you for what he has for you. What does that mean? For him to be working on you, he's trying to fashion you and shape you into who it is that he desires for you to become. And what does that mean? That means it takes character development. Ah, yeah. Family, type develop. 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 True measure of a man, according to Dr. King, is not where he stands at times of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge, controversy, and crisis. True measure of man is what is he willing to let go of to gain. It's not so much about what you want to get. I need you to hear me. It's about what you're willing to let go of to get it. I want to go up, but what are you willing to give up? There it is. We all want to go up. But here's the real question. The substratum of this question is, what am I willing to give up to go up? What am I willing to give up to get there? In this hypersexualized culture that we live in, we are inundated with images that speak to virility, that speak to pseudo-masculinity. But it never speaks to spirituality and sagacity. Isn't that interesting? So, we pride ourselves on what's in our pants or what's in our pocket. Versus focusing on what is the information that I'm putting in my head, and do I have any love flowing from my heart? Because what we possess below the waist does not equate to the strength above our neck. What does that mean? It's about the power of our spirit. It's about the power of your mind. It is the power that can push you forward to redeem the time. It is about the size of our inner strength and our sacrifice and our love and our character development and our spiritual development. That's what speaks to the true measure of a man. That's what speaks to the true measure of what a genuine gentleman is all about. And here's the question. What are you doing to measure up to your level of responsibility? Yeah, as that father. What are you doing to measure up to your true level of responsibility? As that caregiver, as your spouse in your house, as that husband, as that leader, as that scholar, as that student, as that son, as that brother, as that grandfather. What is the size and strength of your love? What are you willing to go the extra mile for? Because here's the thing. Wherever your energy goes, commitment flows. A genuine gentleman, a real gentleman, is not driven specifically by ego or by that which is all about I and give the rest of the vowels back. No, he's driven by purpose. He's purpose driven. Right? Not driven by ego, but purpose driven to discover how he can grow. Family, tight purpose. Tight purpose. A man of purpose. Man of wisdom. A man of might. A man of grace. A man of greatness. Purpose must be the engine. Purpose must be the cauldron. Purpose must be that which propels you on the road to your destiny. Mythical masculinity, mythical machismo is never greater than maturity. All that other stuff is performative. Maturity is transformative. Are you following me? You have allowed society, you have allowed the negative narrative of what manhood was all about, that you have imbibed, that you have inculcated, that you have rehearsed in your mind over and over and over again. To where? You think masculinity is about that which is performative. No. It's about that which is transformative. Because here's the thing, when it's performative, you're always reaching but never grasping. When it's transformative, you're reaching and you're becoming at the same time. I got a message for you in the midst of this message. I want you to stick and stay. More is on the way. Yeah, more breakthroughs on the other side of this break. After these messages, I'll be right back. Family, Listen and lean in. Don't you think it's time to grow your greatness? No, seriously, it's just us talking. If you intend to soar, you need to visit theeaglesacademy.com/store. Why? Because I want you to join my mailing list. I want you to get all the solutions, the strategies, the systems to write that best-selling book. You know it's in you. You know it's your time. Time to cultivate your communication skills. Develop, learn the art of communication. So much more. Visit theeaglesacademy.com/store so you can soar. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Come on now. I need you to read. I need you to heed to these resources that you heard. Let's get back to the word. We're talking about being a genuine gentleman, how to be authentic and transparent, how to be authentic and optimistic. There it is. When we think about this, I just want you to type OQP, family. Come on, family, type OQP. Only quality people. Only qualified people. Only quality purpose. When you think about the genesis of a gentleman, much less, as we talked about that last time, but being a genuine gentleman this time, one who is authentic and optimistic, the impediments of our culture have produced a powder keg. Yeah, that's what it's done. It's produced a powder keg of emotionless, communicatively deficient gentlemen who have been gaslit by society. Sadly, there's a generation of misogynistic grown boys masquerading as men, but only operating as insecure males. Why is that? It's not all men. No, we can't paintbrush all brothers. Don't do it, sisters. Don't do it, brothers. But there's a certain sect, and they exist with a false sense of bravado. It's that mythical masculinity that they have imbibed and that they have ascribed to make that their philosophy that they live by. But here's what I realize. It's only a shield. It's only a shield to mask the pain. It's only a mask because masculinity, the prefix of masculinity, is pronounced mask. It's a false sense of bravado, trying to shield the pain, trying to mask the pain, trying to mask the hurt, trying to mask the vulnerability. Why? Because there's a hurting boy internally. When you heal the kid, the king will show up. Family, just type heal. Type heal. And here's the thing. If you're going to heal, you have to be able to feel. And many of us, we don't want to feel, so we'll never be healed. When you heal the kid, the king will manifest. Come on, listen, that's why you've been so frustrated. That's why you've been trying to scratch an itch that's why you've been trying to itch what only purpose can scratch. That's why you feel empty and low and lost. And you feel like a shell of yourself. And that's why you're always moving in a place of competition versus collaboration. That's why you're pessimistic and not optimistic. That's why you're generic and not genuine. That's why you're inauthentic and not authentic. Because you have not connected to the author and the finisher of your faith. The smoky mirror of masculinity, what does it contain? It contains more shadow than substance. Here's what scripture reminds us of. Family, you ready for this one? Type ready, family. Type ready. Here's what scripture reminds us of. Hit the thumbs up button on this live. Come on, it's all the way live, and this live is changing lives. Why? Because this is our channel. It's our channel for change. It's our channel that creates change. It's our channel that breaks chains. Here's what Scripture warns us. It warns us of this. In the last days, perilous times shall come. Here's what it says. Men shall be lovers of themselves. Covetous. Boasters. This is what I got. This is who I got. This is where I got it at. All about I. Get the rest of the vowels back. Proud. Pride goeth before destruction. Holy Spirit before a fall. Blasphemers. Disobedient to parents. Unthankful. Oh boy. Come on. How many folks you dealt with just so unthankful? The more you give them, the more they want to take. Greedy. Want to make more withdrawals than deposits. Unholy. Without natural affection. This is serious right here. Without natural affection speaks to what the Greeks define. And the Greeks had 4 specific words for love. They did. See, here in our American language, we say we love everything. I love my dog. I love that house. I love them shoes. Sister, you tell another sister, girl, I love that dress. We know it means something different, but we don't have the language that differentiates what love is in the lexicon. Don't let me go linguistic on you. We'll have a master class, and it'll be masterful. But the Greeks had 4 terminologies for the word love because they understood that love goes beyond one particular category. First level of love, they had eros, where you get eroticism, romance. Then you have philia, where you get the term Philadelphia. Philia is brotherly love. Kinship. So you got eros, you have philia, you have agape, the highest form of love. That's the God kind of love, the agape love of God. And then here's what you also have. You have storge. Storge speaks to natural affection. Yeah. Storge speaks to natural affection. And here's the thing. You know we are living in a society that is natural affection less. When you hear a report about a mother putting her children in a freezer, that's without natural affection. When you hear about a father who in a fit of rage killed his wife, his children, and then himself, unalived himself. No natural affection. Then it goes on to say, truce breakers. They'll tell you one thing, I'm going to do this, and then they break the promise. False accusers. Incontinent. Fierce. Despisers of those that are good. Traitors. Heady. High-minded. Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 through 4. And here's what we are seeing. We are seeing this current epidemic become a spiritual and cultural pandemic. Yeah, we've seen this epidemic become a spiritual and cultural pandemic. And more than anybody, it's affecting the lives of our brothers. Why is this so serious? Because as the man goes, the home goes. Because as the man goes, the spouse goes. Because as the man goes, the children go. Because as the man goes, the home and the community and the school and the church and the government and the city and the state and the nation and the world. Do you see the domino effect? And it begins with the man. It begins with us as men getting back into divine order. Family, type divine order. Divine order. That's what it begins with. About getting back into divine order. And divine order is not just order of self. Divine order is saying, I need to recalibrate my spiritual connection with God. I need to be refreshed. I need to be restarted. I need to be revived. I need to be renewed. I need to be restored. I need to be reinvigorated. We have so many brothers and even sisters who are disconnected with themselves, who are disconnected with each other, who are angry and don't even know why. Angry and didn't know why, simply because you didn't do a deep dive. You couldn't heal it because you refused to feel it. When the kid is healed, the king will show up. When the boy is healed, the king will show up. When the boy is healed, the man will show up. When the girl is healed, the woman will show up. When the kid in you is healed, the queen in you will show up. But here's the thing. In order to show up, I got to grow up. Oh, you may not like it, but I want you to type it. Type grow up. That might be my new line. You may not like it, but I want you to type it. Type grow up. HTA, Hard Truth Alert. HTC, Hard Truth Conversation. And when I'm telling you to grow up, I'm not just talking physical. HTC, Hard Truth Conversation. HTA, Hard Truth Alert. I'm talking about spiritual growth. I'm talking about emotional growth. Let me put a pin in emotional growth. But let me rewind it back to spiritual growth. You just gonna keep reading the same scriptures every day, all day, every day? You're not gonna never grow? You're not gonna never pray any prayers that go beyond me, mine, and thine? You're not gonna have your works emblematic and symbolic of your faith? Faith without works won't work. Are you going to produce based on your prayer life? Matter of fact, are you even going to establish one? A prayer life, that is. Yeah. Come on. Your spiritual growth is waiting on you. You're very nourished physically. But some of us are anorexic internally. Some of us are anorexic spiritually. Malnourished spiritually. You're not going to grow emotionally? You mean to tell me every time something doesn't go your way, now you're going to have a temper tantrum? Oh, you just want to be a grown boy. You just want to be a grown girl. Really? Because life isn't going the way that you want it to go. Now you want to project anger onto somebody else? Oh, you just expect people to be your punching bag. That's what it is. Because you believe the world revolves around you. Yeah, you're emotionally maladapt. Maladaptive. You're not going to never grow up. You're just going to throw a hissy fit every single time. You're just going to put your hands on your hip. And you're just going to 3 snaps in a neck roll every single time. You're just going to say something permanent in a temporary situation, knowing that your words don't have a receipt. And then you're mad. Oh, big mad. You mad. That's plies for you. That's plies for you. And you're mad because here's the thing. Somebody can leave you while they're with you. My brother, my sister, my brother from another mother, my sister from another mister. Did you realize that? I can be around you and still not be with you. They left you while they were with you. Why is that? Because they couldn't deal with you. And it was their opportunity to slowly walk it back. Why is that? Because you didn't exude any characteristics of a gentleman. You didn't exude any characteristics of a gentlewoman. Oh, you were genuine, all right. Yeah. You were genuine, all right. Genuine attitude. Genuine negative disposition. Genuinely hurt. And then move into genuine healing. We got so many brothers, we got so many sisters out here who are angry and don't even know why, because they won't do a deep dive. Hurting can't even express the pain. So what do? They become so numb to pain that now it hurts to be happy. Mask the pain with drugs. Mask the pain with partying. Mask the pain with violence. Mask the pain with self-destructive behaviors. Never getting to the root to remedy the issues. And let's be honest. Far too often our boys have been dropped in the home. We've been dropped in society. We've been dropped in the community. But who will pick us up? Hands that were supposed to heal and help you wound up hurting you and harming you. We often hear the statistic that 1 in 3 girls is sexually abused, but we must also note that 1 in 6 boys are sexually abused before the age of 18. And rather than speak up about it, what do? We tuck the pain away. We act out of rage. Don't get the therapy. Don't get the clarity. Rid ourselves of trying to rid ourselves of anger and animosity. We have not created a culture for men to be open about their hurts and their flaws and their weaknesses. What have we done? We've just shunned and shelved it as femininity. We've sheltered his sensitivity, made no concession for vulnerability. But here's the thing. If we allow our boys, if we allow our men to be destroyed, if you destroy yourself, my brother, you will never become the man that you were destined to be. What will we do? We're caught in a chasm to where we're either going to build strong boys or we're going to try to find a way to repair broken men. And many times, broken men are incarcerated men. Broken men are depressed men. Many times, broken men are unloved men. Broken men have been abused boys. Many times, broken men are caught between suicide and homicide. Broken men, crippled by addiction, devastated because of divorce, and now it became a death. Broken men, because now the court system and the situation didn't work out to where now he's separated from his children. Broken men, because the woman he trusted cheated on him. Because the woman he trusted told other people about what it is that he was dealing with, and she emasculated him. And it devastated him. Are you understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth? Am I connecting with somebody? Are you hearing me? You're called to be a genuine gentleman. In the midst of everything that try to fracture you. In the midst of everything that wants to keep you hobbled instead of whole and healthy and happy and healed. I want to remind you that you have a purpose that needs to be revealed and fulfilled. As long as you have a pulse, you have a purpose. There's something great that's inside of you. There's something genuine about you. Yeah. The genuine joy, the genuine peace, the genuine tear that flows from your eyes. And even though society told you it wasn't a masculine thing to do, it's a healed thing to do. You're not a human doing, you're a human being. You're a mature, assertive nurturer. To handle yourself with grace, to handle yourself in your particular space. We need the healed version of you. We need the genuine gentleman to show up. Because when you show up as that genuine gentleman, love comes with you. When you show up as that genuine gentleman, a heart of healing comes with you. When you show up as that genuine gentleman, you understand that being a man is hard work, but it's hard work. And the hard work is hard work. When you're that genuine gentleman, leadership comes with you. When you're that genuine gentleman, discipline comes with you. When you're that genuine gentleman, a standard comes with you. When you're that genuine gentleman, spiritual development comes with you. When you're that genuine gentleman, vision comes to fruition. When you're that genuine gentleman, you're the one that God has ordained for such a time as this. You're a gentleman, genuine gentleman who's intelligent. You're a genuine gentleman who builds their community and brings unity. You're a genuine gentleman, not to be arrogant, but to be confident. You're a genuine gentleman who is preparing their life for their future wife. You are that genuine gentleman who's a strong husband, who's a strong father. You are that genuine gentleman who can lead with love and lift lives to new levels. You're that genuine gentleman who respects themselves, who could treat that woman like a queen. You're that genuine gentleman who's the leader, who's the reader, who's the lover, who's the fighter. That genuine gentleman who builds their brothers, who strengthens their sisters, who is vulnerable and is accountable, who is authentic and he is optimistic. Come on, family, type authentic. Type optimistic. Confident of this very thing, that he that hath begun a good work in you shall perform it until the day of Jesus Christ, and that is through the prism of your purpose and your authenticity and your identity, your optimistic disposition is where it is for your revelation. Family, I want you to sow into this word that you've heard. Come on, we've been having a super conversation. I want you to drop a super chat, a super sticker. Not a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. I want you to sow where you grow. I want you to sow where you soar. Yeah, I want you to do that. You can sow electronically. $ Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at Gmail. Super chat, super sticker. The link is in the chat. The link to the payment methods, to the giving methods rather, is in the video description. You can't pay for this tiny word, but you can give. You can sow. I want you to sow where you grow. I want you to sow where you soar. It's not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. I want you to sow into the channel for change, the channel that breaks chains, the channel that creates change. I believe God is doing something in your life as a man, in the life of your friend, in the life of your brothers. My dear sister from another mister, I believe that God is doing something in the life of the man that you love. Yeah, whether it be your grandfather, whether it be your father, whether it be the spouse in your house, whether it be your husband, whether it be your fiance, whether it be your children, he's doing something in their life. I want you to sow into your season. I want you to sow into the growth. I want you to sow into the optimism. I want you to sow into the authenticity. I want you to sow into a renewed identity. As you're sowing your seed, I want you to name your seed. I'm believing that God is doing 30, 60, 100-fold in your life. I'm joining my faith to the seed that you sow. I'm joining my faith to yours, even as you name your seed. And I'm expecting God to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. Healing is here. Joy is here. Peace is here. Provision is here. Power is here. Love is here. Greatness is here. Identity is here. Self-respect is here. Character is here. And it's not going anywhere. Thank you for sowing your super chat and your super sticker into the super conversation. Thank you for your electronic gifts, your Cash App, PayPal, Zelle. Link is in the chat. Link is in the description. Thank you for sowing. Family, if you're not a member of our Eagles community, whenever I have this on, you know we got class. We got class. I want you to join us for our class tonight. You can be a part of it by going right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Yeah, theeaglesacademy.com. It's the place where you grow. It's where you transform. You need to be in the rooms. You need to be in rooms to where you can grow. You need to get into a room where you can soar. You need to get into a room of accountability partners, people who are authentic and optimistic all at the same time. Family, drop some eagle emojis in the chat. Growth is calling you. Greatness is calling you. I want you to answer the call by going to theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. I'm teaching what I don't teach here, there. Where's there? Theeaglesacademy.com. Drop some eagle emojis in the chat. Because eagles stand for empowered, authentically gifted leaders envisioning success. Did you get a badge yet, family? Come on, go ahead. Tap the join button on this YouTube channel. Become a member. Let me know it's real by being a real member. Because real membership has its privileges. Let me know it's real by being a real member. Real membership has its privileges. Join me in Connor's Corner. Got a lot of content over there. Got a lot of content in Connor's Corner. Join me there. We're going all the way up. VIP, Royalty, OQP. Those are the badges to choose from. Family, in the mix is out of time. But y'all know I'm not out of truth. And so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we do that each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix. Right here, particularly on the YouTube side. Hit the thumbs up button, family. Like, comment, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, to our channel. Subscribe to the channel. Don't be a ghost follower. Subscribe to our channel. Follow me on all the social sites at EddieConnorJr. Put some respect on my name, EddieConnorJr. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, look no further. I would be honored to empower you at your church, your conference, your community center, your college, your graduation, your school, your session. Let's make some progression. Invite me. You say, how do I do that? Simply email me, info@EddieConnor.com. I would be honored to empower you at your event. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother, and I mean that from another mother. Family, it's been fun, but you know a brother gotta run. But I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you, yes you, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. So what's your ETA? Your destiny is waiting for you to launch into your next dimension. You know, I realize one of the greatest gifts that a teacher can give you is speed. What do I mean? They can take what they've learned in decades and give it to you in days, moments, and months, and give it to you and instruct you in minutes. This is exactly what I do in my Eagles community. I want you to go to theeaglesacademy.com right now to get access to my private mentorship group where I coach, teach, train, mentor you to transform your thinking by increasing your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You need to know that you were created to soar into more and become more. I want to be your coach. I want to be your tour guide to help you to navigate the landscape of your potential and take you to a place within yourself that you can't go by yourself. It's your time to move into new realms of abundance, to reimagine, reshape, rethink your life, and influence your future through your spiritual gifts, development of your purpose, the emotional intelligence, relational intelligence, business acumen, to maximize your marketplace mandate, and so much more. And our Eagles community is where we learn, we lead, we laugh, and we love on a greater level. I want you to aspire higher with us. Get your wings to win, and let's soar into more at theeaglesacademy.com. Can't wait to see your face in our digital space.